To reclaim her kingdom from the foes, the Red Dragon of Greed sought the aid of a shadowy force, the dark mist that haunted in the forest. The Red Dragon breathed the fire of death, while the dark mist herded their foes into the blazing flames. Thus, the battle was won, and the kingdom was hers. The thorn-choked fields began to stir with life once again. Yet the deadly fire still crept across the land. The fields withered, the living faltered. The newborn perished before they could bloom, while the passing lingered, bound to this land. The Red Dragon would not abide the death going unrestrained. Her wish was firm. Life to life, death to death. Resolute in her purpose, she sought to cease the spreading fire.
Simple. Really, I can't write an ending to save my life. You best head home now, miss. We're clearly well educated. And a ramshackle pub like this is... Don't fret yourself over half-finished stories. I hurry to show me the door. Perhaps I can help you. When she entered this abandoned village, she went straight for the pub. She clearly had done her research. It seemed unlikely to give up any time. After ruminating, he picks up the sticky mug left, cards and chips across the table, and downs a mouthful of rancid. Alright then, what kind of ending were you thinking? Why should I be the one to come up with it? You're the writer, not me. I simply wish to offer my own story, to spark your imagination. Your own story? But are you another survivor? You also narrowly escaped death in that city last autumn? Only those who've experienced for themselves who recognize what your stories are based on. Well, go ahead then. I'm all ears. Very well. In the ruins of the former capital of Tara, long since destroyed by the catastrophe. No urgent matter, but the red dragon came all the same. Does it really resist being lit? Is it that not even ominous outsider really come after centuries of silence, like old longings, resentments, you're worn away by time? Or perhaps I simply need to be less reserved. Full flame dances around the stove. Under its light, the dragon's face looks even paler than before. Or must I remind you who you are? Pathetic red dragon who cast aside his crown and wandered the wilderness 20 years, only to be murdered by his closest kin on his return. Labrehact, the Agdal King. Give or take, the true depth of your day has been long forgotten. Shocked, yes, not at my death. Why at the fact, after 600 years, the Dracos have once again produced an aberration during the plains of death. Even let you grow into adulthood without strangling you in the curse. Did the Victorians bid you rouse me from death's slumber, or did you hide that ridiculous crown from them? Sure, you're no longer yokes, the Red Dragon. Power of today heeds no foreign master. Ah, not bad. Tell me then, is it popular to wake the dead to deliver good news these days? But sorry, I have nothing to reward you with. Now, if that is all, you'd best be on your way. My flame's burning within you. I won't be ending this after a few trifling pleasantries. Training came long, long ago. You're the one with unfinished business, yeah? Look, I get it. The flames of death, after all, they'll get you into all kinds of trouble. Life and death getting jumbled up. Herds of undying beasts, born cubs having their lives snuffed out before you know it works. So, how big a mess are we talking here? Field, city, side? I set all of Tara alight to free her from Victoria's heat. What? Let her be razed to the ground. Let Tara become a nation of the dead. Either way, the flame to death will seek out new kindling. So, I thought at first. Now this. Go ahead. Your imagination. Heard enough. What I'm about to say isn't for all the people still willing to call themselves Terrans. Those tainted by your flames and marching towards death have been renounced by life itself. They will never return to them. This goes without saying for the corpses marching behind you, obviously. The same holds those still live yet walk like the dead. There is no medicine that can save them. Gather them together so that their fires do not taint others. Is that all you can suggest? Nah, of course not. Next, find another red dragon, assuming you haven't already slaughtered your kin. Find a real red dragon. Let flames warm others' lives. Let things return to as they once were. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, life to life, dust to dust, life to death. Is that all you know? It is, ignorant young dragon. It seems you don't know much more than I do. Passes by ruined home, faint yellow candlelight. In the wilderness where the dead roam. Is the wilderness where the dead roam. No one should be living. Knocks on the door. Who are you? Who I am is unimportant. What's important is why you're living out here. I came because there aren't any Victorians here to knock at my door and rob the food I dug up myself, along with my savings. 5 years ago, on a night like this, a wicked caster came by, killing the Victorians as they closed in, step by step. I offered him beast brains, freshly brewed wine, but he told me he didn't need any of it. What he needed was fire. Fire fueled by those who would happily burn themselves away. And so my only son left home and followed him. What a noble soul. Then, 3 years ago, someone knocked on my door in the middle of the night again. Mikey no longer spoke, only or wept, or breathed. He just stood there, body covered in purple flames. How tragic. It gets worse. I buried him, but he refused to rot away in the earth. Instead, he dug himself out. Now his corpse wandering endlessly in the wilds. Why I'm still living here. Are you one of that caster's friends? Are you here to lay Keith to rest? I am. Ah, here he comes. Walking corpse, bathed in purple flame for all to see, ambles towards the two. Red Dragon presses the point of her spear against the corpse's chest. The fire is so hot that it sears away its flesh and doing nothing more to add. But an idle thought crosses the mind. The fire did not seem to burn. Instead, went up along the spear to turn to the Red Dragon's body. What of you? Are you also tainted by the purple flame of death? Not. If you mean sorrow, anger, and hatred, then you're right, Witch. Victorians tax me in coin, while you and your ilk tax me in blood. Together, you've taken all I have. I've been empty inside for a while now. The only thing keeping me standing are those so-called flames of you. Not if I were to take them back. Say to that. I'd say, you're late. The old man closes his eyes, facing the point of the red dragon's beak. You can feel the fires of anger and sorrow propping him up, burble as they flow into her hand. they leave his body, with little consciousness. He can sense that death is near. How stagnant his life has become. He no longer fears. Last, I am playing CF. Tragic, man. Playing a good game. Could be playing. Yeah, could be playing. Could be playing. Okay, that's fine. Fine. Alas. I was going to play this main story today, but then I saw the event has gone to crash. So I'm like, yo, necromancers? That's fun. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. The fire suddenly stopped flowing. Why? Why won't you kill me? Because you no longer need to be killed. Spirit once told me that life will never again grace those tip of the flame. Now that I see you was right. I don't really understand what's going on, to be honest. Going in the ghost of the legendary exiled king, are we? It'll do. Do you really need the ending of my story? Do you really need the ending to my story at this point? What you've seen clearly differs from what I saw. I must see it through your eyes, hear it through your ears. You're not one of those bored tops who's together the truth, are you? I never once considered the truth boring. Huh. Well, seeing as we both managed to make it out of that hellhole alive, I can pass you all the drafts I abandoned in the process of observing, writing. But as for how these stories actually end, I couldn't say. We're talking about the Red Dragon. How about I start there, too? The writer pours another half mug of beer directly into his belly. Glances at the woman, a hint of provocation, begins to tell his tale. you've ever made the journey to the Red Dragon's lair, recall Sao. No matter how briefly, you never forget the dark woods. They are dismal and damp, filled with gloomy mists. They who love playing tricks with men. Labyrinth of darkest black. It is said that, of all the people who have entered, not one has ever left without the forest. Even if it does open its bows to allow you passage, the mischievous Fae will pray, grinning at your clumsy all the while. But once they finally leave you, it will become as beautiful as a painting. A painting that should not exist in the realm. Red Dragon, along with the fallen, follow her all this way. Step into the lair without the slightest hesitation. That beautiful sight behind them. Thank heavens, the whole trip from the Scathano fields has felt so long dream. Will my family really be safe here? This land is more than just idyllic pasture fields. Tara's capital was never directly involved in Londinium's war, but there was a never-ending spree of infiltrations, civil rebellions going on in the background around La Sauris. Directly after the Red Dragon marched her troops towards Londinium. Wouldn't be incorrect to say a mere minor war took place here. Sorry, Reed. I was just as happy as can be. I didn't mean anything else by it. No. A homecoming should be a happy affair. Any songs about the capital or the Darkwoods, Martin? Only the one. Doesn't really fit the mood. Oh. Yet. Stepped into the woods on the morn, calling on mists of war. I tried upon the road, heading out to war. No pipes a sing, no battles, drums a roar. Only the bells behind me, were dew and fog their rings before. This whole way back, I've been trying to come up with a sad, but I've been lacking a seem even more anxious before Reed. Was it really that much of a downer? No, nothing to do with the song. Good song. Just Little Shin does not finish. Behind her, the refugees step out of the fort, one after the other. Starts the display of leaping colors of just Bertram. Nasarisi, stiff and dar. However, aside from Lo Shimi, funny minds, all they know is that finally ended their long sojourn. They have reached the end. And returned home. Why are you here? I have come to welcome you. What? I'll be escorting you into La Saurisi to meet with Her Highness Albana. Don't worry, you'll never have to see me again, not unless absolutely necessary. Indeed, the issues we resolved without meeting, she and I already resolved on the Gastrel. Then please, follow me. As for your entourage, security concerns, I will make other arrangements. No, they are Terrans too. They must enter with me. I promise them. I would love to... Ah, yes. Told, majority of our citizens are unaware that there's a second red dragon, namely... I can guarantee that they will keep... Spare you and Highness to... Then do you mean to say that my sister will ensure they do? Precisely why I must bring... sorry. may have an idea that would satisfy both parties. Here to hear it. I brought you here, awake women, not simply as an observer for settling cities, but also for your discretion in sensitive matters. I hope this idea of yours isn't your wishful thinking. If so, know that even you will no longer be welcome in Nasarisi. Of course. As you so eloquently put it, Nasarisi. Indeed, unable readily open its gates to our errant countrymen. But I'm headed to the village of the Wigwint men tomorrow to ask for. Seeing how these people have nowhere to go, I can have them stay at the village for now. Wake men? That's some sort of codename plucked straight from the legends. My people have been relegated song and story for many, many years. But those of us who live around the room rarely ever leave. Oddball. Why, I can promise you that. Well, your word of the Red Dragon will leave. I really want to trust you, but are you really one of them, Lakemen? Lauren? Before my great-grandma passed, she asked for a tradition held by a wake man. Our family searched all over as best we could, but never found one. All we could do was pass it off as ramblings of a dying woman. But she was a woman with her head on straight, not the type to mix things up with legend. She said something's real, it's as real as can be. Besides, I've heard many stories about your kind. I'm willing to trust you. Please don't betray that trust, wake woman. Naturally. Alright. What say you, your brigade? Go. Nemos? Who are these people? Sorry for making trouble for you after I left. The Terrans with no place to call home. Not so easy, can't take them in at the moment, as I thought. We made an exception many years ago by not forbidding you. We have even less reason to admit these strangers we know nothing about. What if we're not here to be admitted to the Pigmen, ma'am? Orin? Once, when I still dreamt of being a wandering bard, I collected the legends of Lakemen, thought out your people, told your tales. But in the end, my dreams of both bardhood and Wakemen were shattered to pieces. Only now, when all is to go home, do I run into you. Legends are true. You will live ascetic lives. You only come into contact with outsiders. Letting the souls of the departed find rest and fire. Correct. Came here with... No, we're just folks from all across Terran seeking refuge. None of us is qualified to join you. Looking for a place to stay for a day or two. Promise you we'll follow your laws and customs as best we can. We won't trouble you any more than we already have. Winter's just around the corner too. I'm not too sure if your people hold harvest festivals. If you need any help, please feel free to ask. Samahane, that is the true name of what you call the harvest festival. It would seem you really are different from the city. There are some abandoned huts outside the ruins. You may clean them and stay there. Thank you. Rather... Is there anything else, Nemos? The Dubliners in the city want to hold a victory party to celebrate Tara's liberation. I promised them I'd ask you for sacred. It'd show Terran unity and present the importance of tradition to the nation. With Samhain almost upon us, we have none to spare. Have you forgotten? If we did, we will not give them away. We're only requesting them because of how much they value the old ways. And why is it that not a single denizen of Nasuri will do us request a funeral since the city became independent? You can tell the difference between remembering a name once forgotten and dressing yourself up in a thread in a history. But if you cannot return empty-handed, then take this whistle and go. Ordinary whistle. It is the highest honor we can give them. Wakemen do not stand with the living, nor do we require their... Of course, until of course they are dead. That is the tradition Dublin honoring. Extra, extra. Read all about it. The Victorians are retreating, not fighting. Tara has gotten back all its territory. It will be restored to all of Tara by Samhain. Before I meet her, I need to see with my own eyes my sister's city, post-war Tara. Survivors and Philians have their new lives finally begun. I insist. The people are not yet prepared for two red dragons. Of course I know that. Just take these! These knives, axes, and bowls are made of iron. They make for good materials. I beg you, Kulan, take them. Even if you have to melt them down and make some eyes for our statue. Autumn is almost over, and mornings in Nasari Sea are cold and damp. Pair of scarred, withered hands rub against cold and dry metal good, much like a soldier running over a medal of valor in wartime. People yell out his name, hoping the broken tools in their hands will be accepted, melted, by the hero to forge a statue. Hero, yes. Every story needs a hero like that. Theo, come. Help carry this stuff into the workshop. I mean now, Theo. I hope you sharpen your knife tonight. What a lazy brat. What you get for pampering him too much. No, I mean, doesn't matter if that boy's around. Just take everything, please. You can't take everything. You need all these tools to get by. That goes double for your prosthetic leg. I'm standing up fine, aren't I? That wooden leg Nemo's made is only temporary. Once better craftsmen arrive in town, they'll repair your iron one. You're making a statue to commemorate our victory in the war. One that'll be displayed in the main square during the campaign. Frankly, it'll be an honor of my rusty old leg to be a part of that. No means no. Take it already. All the old stuff we have thrown out while cleaning away. No one's got any use for them. What's wrong with these bowls? They all look perfectly fine to me. Let's clay ones instead. For the axes, we'll just share the few we've got left. The war just ended. The city's short on everything. If we don't help you, how would a statue ever be finished? Still, I can't accept used prosthetics, no matter what. You're a great man, my hero, but you can't be so stubborn. Shini slowly walks into the crowd. For some reason, she feels as though there is something separating her from them, as if she's looking at them from the other side of a bonfire. Excuse me, what are you all doing? New place in town? I haven't seen many of those lately. Where are you from? I've returned to Tara from a place far, far away. Elon, if you just taken everything without a fuss, you wouldn't have embarrassed yourself in front of our countrymen far. The answer is still no. Not the prosthetic. The other stuff, fine. Why are people donating their pots, pans, and prosthetics? Because we are all want to erect a statue in the square for Samhain to celebrate Tara's rebirth. Celebrate Samhain? I've only ever come across the festival in Terran folklore. It's held after the autumn harvest before winter, I guess. And it's meant to connect the shore to the next. Know your stuff. We used to just celebrate the harvest every year, but it was the Dubliners who told us about the festival historical origins. So we sweep our houses, prepare feasts for our guests, and importantly, light bonfires. On the day when life and death intertwine, welcome all visitors to the banquet. There's so much to do. Since this is the first campaign since Tara's rebirth, it should be even more grand. But think too, otherwise Kulan would never accept our old pause, even if we had to tear his house down instead. Speaking of, do you have any iron of your own you'd like to donate so the hero can add it to the statue? All I have on me is a bookmark. I think it's made of iron. Does that do? You don't need to listen to her, staring from afar. Haha. So what sort of statue are you making? A red dragon, to celebrate Tara's rebirth. A red dragon. Thank you, Kulan. If you don't take my prosthetic leg, I won't leave until you do. I suppose I'll have to pick you up and carry you back myself. Ugh, for gigantic muscles. By the time campaign is over, the statue has been erected. We'll all be living the good life. We'll be able to make as many prosthetics as we want. Imagine, a massive dragon statue standing tall in the night. Even through winter, its flames will remain lit, just like in the legends. Why, it's enough to drive off the man-eating mist. Wouldn't have to obey that blasted curfew anymore. Curfew is an order approved by the Red Dragon, put in place to ensure our safety. Know that, of course. Know that. As they speak, more and more people begin to gather around them, until the alley is completely blocked, and each carry all manner of things melted down for the statue. Kulan patiently receives the visitor, as the objects at his feet begin to pile up. Quite a large man, but even he can't carry all of them at once. Allow me to help you, Kulan. Oh, no need for that, my apprentice. Theo. You really count on Theo, though? We have no idea where that rascal ran off to. Talk's a good game, but slacks off when no one's watching. Typical Victorian. And how old was he when his parents died? Does he even remember Victoria? So what's your name, friend? Reed. Have you found a place to stay yet? You're welcome to stay at my place for the night. You wouldn't want to be wandering the streets during curfew. That's for sure. I think I do. But a curfew? I mean the city has lights out bell? Not quite. Victoria used lights out bells to suppress the Terrans. Thus, Nasarisi's curfew is to safeguard us. The black mist lingers in the dark woods, shielding all of Nasari outsiders, but at times also drifts into the city streets. Curfew is meant to prevent anyone from encountering the mist. It prevents no trespass. Anyone who enters without permission will never return. I mean the mist easily eats people? Yourself. Come all this way, and this is what you asked about? Look, things will be better soon. Just wait. What about the main building the statue? Plan was it? What's he going to do? I know a bit of arts. Perhaps I can help him. Oh, don't worry about him. He's a genuine hero. He wants to dispatch an entire Victorian scout team in the dark woods. Fortunately, he was a bit of softy at the last moment. He was the only one willing to put up with Theo's nonsense. All by himself? Really? Well, in the woods, the force has always been on the Terran side. Ugh, stop changing the subject, Reed. Just come with me and have some ale and stewed meat. It'll warm you right up. You must know that you've come home at the perfect time. Phew, well, at least there are still potatoes in the store. Damn, look at the time. I'm late. Who's the one charging through here like a wrecking ball? Theo? Sorry, I'm just in a hurry to get back. I didn't mean to bump into you, sir. Here, let me wipe that off for you. Dare to respect me, too? What? No, maybe I mistook. I was just wondering if you needed help. Stay away from me. The man raises his cane and strikes Chio hard on the chest, knocking him away. The morning mist has long since gathered in the uneven crevices of the stone pavement, forming murky puddles. Caught off guard, Theo steps back and falls straight into one. Victorian scoundrel! What do you think you are? How dare you offer me charity? Ugh. You okay, Theo? Fine, Vic. Fine. I crashed into him first. A rootless nomad and Victorian mongrel couldn't ask for a more perfect pair of lowlives. How was a place wrecked by war and left to rot any better than Kalan's workshop? At least there you'd have a forge, keep warm, and hot meals. No, it's just that. I don't want to cause him any more trouble. Don't tell Kalan about what happened today, okay? I'll be on my way as soon as my clothes dry. Not here for him, Theo. I'm here for you, to take you away. Yeah, away? Away? Did he say something to you? What relationship do you have with him anyway? If I hadn't shown up today, were you going to take the beating without fighting back? Instincts are never wrong. If you stay in the city, they'll just keep finding new ways to push you around. Today, they shoved you into a puddle to beat you with a cane. Tomorrow, who knows? Anyhow, just come with me. I can take you to the plains, or anywhere else you fancy. Up to you. You and me, we don't belong here. And if you got nowhere to go, you can always head to Nemo's old place. Stay with the Wakemen for a while. I do want to see them after all the stories Nemos has told me. But I can't leave, not unless Kulana asks me to. Nemos has no time to look after him. And the dragon statue isn't dead. What would he do if I just upped and left? Still, thanks, Brigid. Say so, then I'll take you back to the city before I leave. No, don't bother. Pulled out, so my clothes won't be dry for a while. I'll go back then. And if all else fails, I can always take shelter in that abandoned home. Still left the quill and bed sheets there. I've stayed there before. Fine. Not even Kulana looks after you all the time, huh? There's more important things. I should be making these around him, not giving him something else to worry about. Well, goodbye then. Take care of yourself, you hear? Like,